that you will be around for the rest of the week. We'll talk to Sean about the forecast coming up in a moment. And we do want to talk with Emily Longnecker, a friend of the show, as we look ahead at what is happening here in Marion County. Big vote tonight with the City County Council. We'll get the update on where that stands for fully vaccinated people here in Marion County and what it means for capacity limits at various venues. But we do want to begin tonight with Sean. Welcoming me in on this muggy Monday, my friend. The muggy meter, it was soaring today, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's not going to be budging. We're in for the long haul on this one. We're talking about it last week, and so now the time for talk is over. And you mentioned it too. We are going to be dealing with day-to-day chances of downpours and thunderstorms.
All right.
We're in that summertime pattern, and so this is what we're going to be dealing with here. So we have a chance every single day of rain and thunderstorms. Now, if it doesn't hit you, like this is a perfect example that Debbie's sending us from Madison County. Off in the distance, you can see that downpour. If you're where this arrow is, you're like, where's the rain? Now, if you're back there with that downpour, hey, they said only a chance of rain today. Either way, I'm going to be losing here this week. But no, and this is a good example too. This is radar rain estimates that show you these streaks of heavy pockets of rainfall, little narrow bands that can come down rather quickly. Though here's the stage for the overnight. If we see anything that continues into tomorrow morning, it will be the hit and miss variety. But this is what you're noticing outside. So anytime we get a dew point over 60, that's when you can start to notice it. Once you get to 70, that is just flat out miserable mugginess, in my opinion. But hey, maybe that might be your thing here.
Right, right.
And it's claiming a big chunk of real estate east of the Rockies and all the way into New England. So we're kind of sharing the misery here, if you will. But I'm just showing you this. Doesn't change. We don't see any big breaks in this, perhaps until the second half of the weekend. Now, we do have some stronger disturbances that will be pivoting through from time to time that may give us a wider shot of rain, and we're thinking maybe this time tomorrow night we might have more widespread rain and storm coverage to deal with here. So what I would recommend is before you leave in the morning or before you go to that baseball practice, make sure you look at radar before you head out, and have our free app on your phone, because it will be one of those situations where you don't want to get caught outside.
All right, very good. Want to let you know Janice from Oklahoma joining us tonight. Cheryl saying welcome to June. And Joyce is with us from Versailles tonight. And Teresa says, I hate the muggy meter.
Yeah, well, I do too. I do too. I mean, I'm okay if it's sunny and 70 every day. But
I hear you.
We've got our seasons for a reason, right?
That's right. That's right. All right, Sean, we'll get back with you in a moment. And Facebook friends, continue to let us know where you're watching our Facebook Live show tonight. And be sure to join us tonight for Sean's 7-day forecast, all part of our big show coverage coming up tonight on 13 News at 11. All right, let's turn our attention now to this mask mandate that all of us have been living with here in Marion County for many, many months. So tonight, the Indianapolis City County Council decides that they are going to take a vote based on the mayor's recommendation after they get together with the Marion County Health Department. And friend of the show, Emily Longnecker, was there. She joins us from her car. How you doing, Em?
I'm doing okay. We just got out of this meeting 20 minutes ago. So definitely, obviously still trying to put the story together. So forgive the lighting, but
no problem. That's okay. Yeah. It's we're happy that you're able to join us. All right. So there was a vote tonight on the mask mandate for fully vaccinated people. How'd it go?
Yep. 18-5. Was the vote in favor of allowing fully vaccinated people in Marion County to go without their masks unless the bar, the restaurant, the venue requests that you still have a mask on. So leaving it up to the businesses there. And another interesting point, masks will still be mandatory though at hospitals, on public transportation, and at the airport. But if you're fully vaccinated in Marion County, you will not have to wear your mask. The people that voted against it, some of them explaining their vote, saying, you know, there's really no way to police who's vaccinated and who's not, so why not lift the restrictions for everyone? So that many of them explaining, you know, the 5 of them, several explaining that that's why they voted not in favor. They think that the restrictions should be lifted for everyone. So
okay, and this goes into effect at midnight, correct?
it does, yeah. The mayor has to sign it, but for it's all indications that it goes into effect at midnight, correct?
Okay, so this means that potentially you need to still bring a mask with you, because if you go into a restaurant here in Marion County and the restaurant has a sign there saying masks are still required, you're still going to need to wear a mask in those areas. But this does give businesses the option of being able to say masks, you know, maybe highly recommended, but not mandatory, right?
Correct. That's exactly it. Businesses, venues, all of these kind of things. Yeah. So it kind of puts the ball in their court.
All right. Facebook friends, let us know how you feel about this. Emily, before we let you go, we want to go ahead and talk about capacity limits, because this mask mandate does change things. It eases the restrictions here in Marion County. So kind of walk us through what you learned tonight and how this impacts people who live, work, and play in Marion County.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see it right up there on the screen for bars and restaurants. Capacity is now moving to 75%. Entertainment, cultural venues, 75%. Indoor sports venues, 50%. Religious services and funerals, which are now at 75%, they're going to 100%. Large gatherings, which had a number right now at 50, now they can go to 500 people. Golf courses will open at 75%, public pools at 100%. So lots of different particulars on the different capacities.
And, you know, Sherry brings up a pretty good question on our Facebook page. How will they know who has not been vaccinated? Are they planning on carding people at the door? I mean, this isn't anything where people are going to have to bring their vaccination card, proof of vaccination, when they travel in Marion County, right?
You know, there's no indication that anyone is suggesting that right now, but that was a point that was brought up, you know, again tonight at the city county council meeting. How do you enforce this? How do you police this? How do you determine who's vaccinated or not? That was brought up by some of the counselors, and Marion County Public Health Director, Dr. Virginia Kane, saying that she believes that, you know, folks are honorable people and want to do the right thing, and she trusts that people will tell the truth and do the right thing. That was her thoughts tonight.
And Dr. Kane also talking about fully reopening once the county gets to 50% of the population vaccinated. How close are we to that magic number?
Well, she's saying, I mean, that is exactly what she said, and she's hoping to achieve that by July 4th. Now, as of this weekend, we were at close to 40% of people fully vaccinated were the numbers from the state.
All right, so we still have some work to do, and I know the Marion County Health Department and mayor and a lot of other people trying to encourage Hoosiers who are here in Marion County to find a place to get the vaccine so we can lift that number and potentially by the 4th of July be fully reopened, at least here in Marion County. Emily, we know you're still writing and editing. Thank you so much for joining us in your car tonight. So thank you so much, my friend.
My car that the lights went out, so.
It's okay. We're concealing your identity, and we will have full lights on for you tonight on 13 News at 11. Always great to see you, even when it's just a little bit of you there, Emily.
In the dark, yeah.
Okay. All right, thanks so much, Emily. All right, let's bring Sean back in, kind of wrap up things in terms of the weather. So really no washouts this week, right? I mean, this is just going to be the hit and miss kind of variety?
You know, a lot of it depends on where these disturbances are and what time. Like, we had widespread rain this morning, and then we got on the back side of that disturbance, and things kind of spaced out a bit. So it's kind of a matter of timing. We may just do the opposite tomorrow, where we start out relatively dry, and then the disturbance comes pivoting through here later in the day into the evening. So that's why I'm saying, and sometimes it's very difficult to kind of time out exactly where these bad boys are going to be.
Sure.
Just know that anything that develops on radar has, you know, Florida type downpour potential. But we should get a break later in the 7-day, and I'll talk a little bit about that coming up at 11.
You know, one of the upsides of having the rain this morning was those cicadas, I think, got washed away at least, or at least quieted down. We're not washing them away probably real soon, but they didn't seem to be as noisy in my Fishers neighborhood this morning with the rain. So the rain's not a bad thing.
We live downtown, so I haven't had a chance to venture out until this weekend.
Yeah.
And was going north on Benford.
Yep.
And oh boy.
It was pretty loud, huh?
It was, I mean, and I grew up, to me, that's the sound of summer, and man, we're driving, and I told my wife, I'm like, because it was wild, you'd go through a stretch run where the tree coverage went down and the volume of the cicadas went down, and then as soon as you got back into another patch of woodiness, if you will, boom, and it was something else. That's with windows rolled up, AC going,
music on or TV on, and you could still hear them outside.
And then when we got to a stoplight, I'd roll the window down. I was like, oh boy.
At least in my neighborhood, good luck going out to the mailbox without a couple of them actually dive bombing at your face.
Man.
Oh yeah, they're in the trees, they're coming after you. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. All right, so a couple of our Facebook friends tonight. All right, so let's see. Latoya is watching. Zach is back with us tonight. Robin watching tonight. Carrie Adams watching this evening, and Wes and I mentioned Latoya. Rachel is with us tonight. Cody is with us. So thank you so much. And Sean, we know you've got the 7-day forecast coming up, and we're already starting to look ahead to next weekend, aren't we?
Well, we always do, right? Yeah, might be a good one for us here. Might be a nice summer one. So,
all right, very good.
Fingers crossed.
All right, join Sean and myself tonight on 13 News at 11. We'll have that big story about the mask mandate being lifted here in Marion County for fully vaccinated Hoosiers. Thanks so much for joining us here on Facebook Live. See you back tonight at 11. Good night.